Okay, welcome to another video. So in today's video, I just want to teach you how to create this in SolidWorks. Well, it's not really an official drawing. It's just to show you how to use a tool. Let me say a bunch of tools named flange. I use flange to achieve this. So I didn't use any extrude here. I used I use extrude, but a different type of extrude called flange. So let's get to work. So this is what you want to produce, this kind of metal plate, and then I'll also show you how to turn it into a drawing and show all the parts, and then flatten it out like this, and how that is. So let's get to work. First of all, we want to go to parts. As usual, you just start up your 3D drawing. Then, since I'm drawing a plate, it will make more sense if I start from the top view, because I want to draw the base of the plate, how the base of the plate will look like. So I'll click on center rectangle. I'll start drawing my base of my plate from here, and I'll set that. Then I'll move to I'll just dimension this base of the plate. So right now I'll just be using random dimension. Let's give this like 100. Then we'll give up here like 250. Just any random dimension you like. I don't really like the size, so I'll just take it down to 225. Yeah, it looks good now. To me, it looks good. So let us continue. So I've drawn the rectangular plate. What we'll now do now we'll go to features. Not features, sorry. The sheet materials. I know right now on your screen you won't be able to access the sheet materials. So let me just show you how you activate it. So let me deactivate mine. So what you do is that you click on any of these, whether features, sketch, right click on it, then go to tabs, click on tabs, then right here you want to activate sheet materials. So there are a lot of other things you can use apart from your normal basic modeling tools, feature, sketch, surface, and evaluate. So there are a lot of other things, but as you're learning, you'll be activating them one by one and learning how to use each of these tabs. So I want to use sheet materials today. I want to use some sheet material tools. So I've activated mine now. It's showing here now. So I'll just click on sheet material. Then now I want to select this rectangle as my base, as my flange base. See it here, base flange / tab. So that's what I'll click on. Once I click it, it will give me a thickness of what I want to extrude. So let's just leave it like that. It looks okay. I want our plate, the base of our plate to be this flat. So I'll just accept that like that. Yeah. So it has already extruded it. So when you're using flange, you need to create a base before you can then use all these other flange tools. As you can see from the beginning, all of this was disabled, but now it's enabled once we have really set a base. So next up now, we have to create the walls of the plate. As you can see right now, we have already created the floor of the plate. It's now remaining for us to create the wall of that plate. So I'll just click on this meter flange up here. While in the sheet material, I'll click on meter flange. Then I'll select the edge where I want to draw the plate. So I'll just select this edge right now. Just click on it, and yeah. So now I have to draw the what I want to draw the how I want the wall to look like. So I want the wall to have this kind of structure. Yeah, like this. So let me just decrease the height of this. So I'll just decrease the height of this one. Yeah, then I'll decrease the height of this one also. Yeah, so this is how I want the wall of our plate to look like. So now I can just accept it. Then exit sketch to now create that wall. So once I exit sketch, yeah, we can now rotate it and see this is the wall of our plate. We have extruded it down to the other side of the plate. So yeah, that is it. So in order for us to duplicate it and more around, we have to select other edges. So I'll select this edge, it has added it there, then I'll then select this edge, it has added it there, and I'll then select the last edge. Yeah, so that is the complete walls. Now just click on enter, and yeah, we've created our plate. And as you can see, it left some gaps here. Those are the welding gaps. So when the person that want to make this plate makes it, the person will purposely leave these gaps that are here, so that when you're welding it, you can just weld these gaps using your normal welding tools. So yeah, that is the work of the welder, right? So yeah, I've created the plate now, and it looks good. So now let us now go to drawing now. Let's go to drawing. Make drawing from parts. Save and insert. So let us save it first. So I'll save mine with practice work. Let's see. I don't even want to save it though, but because I've already done it before. So I'll just still save it as practice work 17. Let me just say repeated. Repeated. Yeah. So now I'll to then take me to our drawing. So yeah. So as usual, your drawing sheet is always A3. You don't use A4 paper because you don't draw on A4 paper, you draw on an A3 paper as an engineering student. So I'll click on OK and then wait for that to load. Yeah, it has loaded. So now let us put our top view, side view, everything. First of all, before we do that, I want to show you an easy and automatic way we can do that. So I'll just click. So down here, you will see some scale here. You just click on it, then you go to sheet properties, then click on it. There are many ways you can get to this page, this thing that is showing here, but that's the fastest way for me, so I'll just teach you that. So I just decided to show you that. So first of all, we'll change our angle to first angle projection because we want our drawing sheet to be in first angle projection. Then I'll also still select this A3 paper again. It might give you a list of options, but make sure you find A3 paper, A3, and select it. So now just apply. I'll just apply those changes. And now, instead of us coming to the left, to the right hand side of our screen and start dragging the top view, the side view, the top view, the side view, and the front view, what you can just do is just go to here on this tab, click on the drawing tab, then select standard views, then click on this green check mark, and it will just automatically put our top view, right view, top view, left view, and front view for us. As far as we have set it to first angle projection, as you can see, it's already arranged in first angle projection. So that's all we need. So now any other drawing we need, you can just come over to the left hand side and drag it. So as you can see, it's much faster that way. Instead of us dragging it, arranging it, it has really arranged everything for us. So I forgot to explain. So what I just brought in now, this one you're seeing now, is called the flattened drawing. So imagine if you open up this plate. Imagine if you spread out this plate. This is what you see when you flatten everything out. So this is what you see. This is what you see when you flatten out the plate. So yeah, that is it there. Then you go over to drawing again. You go over to drawing. You go over to the left hand side of your screen. I want to put the isometric too as well. So I'll put the isometric right here. And our drawings are too big. They are showing that too big. So let us reduce the scale to maybe 1:5. It's so small. But let us create a custom scale. So go back to sheet properties again. Then instead of 5 here, let's do like 3 or 3. Here's the 3. And click on OK. So yeah, it looks reasonable. So we'll just adjust our drawing and move them somewhere together. We'll move them together because we want to add some other things to this sheet. So I'll remove it here and I'll move this somewhere up here. And yeah, I'll also take this up too as well. So now what we want to now do is, instead of us writing all these gibberish on top of the flatten, there's a way you can just show all of it in tables. So now let me show you how to do that. The lecturer already taught us how to do that, but let me just show you. So you go over to annotation, the annotations tab. Then you down at the end, the last thing here, tables. You select it. Then you want to select bend table. So you just click on bend table. Then you want to select, as you can see on the left hand side of your screen, you need to select the flat pattern drawing, pattern drawing view to specify this bend table for. So I'll just click on this one, and yeah, it has created it just for us to accept it. Then yeah, then it will now start following our mouse. So I can just place it anywhere for now. So let me just place it here. Then I'll reduce the size of the drawing again. So let us change the scale of the drawing, because there's no how we can fit this table here in such a way that it will not see overlap. So let us change the sheet properties again, and let us try 2.5. 2.5. 2.5 was even making it bigger self. So let's go to 3.5 instead. So try out 3.5. 3.5. 3.5 worked, but it's still overlapping. So let's just take it to 4 directly. Let's just make it 4 or 5. Since you've already seen the drawing, so we'll just make it 5. So it's a little bit too small, but it's manageable. So yeah. Make sure that none of your drawings or tables are overlapping, because it won't make sense. Imagine you drew something like that on a table. So right now, all those things that they wrote on top of this flat thing has been transferred into this table, and they replaced everything they wrote there with letters. So let us zoom in and see. So letter A here means up 90 degrees and 0.0. You don't need to know what that is. It's quite complicated and you need a lot of explanation. So just know that they've already removed the dimensions for everything inside this flatting and put them inside this table. As you can see A, you can see D, you can see C, you can see B, you can see E, you can see F, you can see H, you can see G. They've just replaced all those gibberish they wrote here and packed them all into this table that is here. So now the last thing you want to learn today is how to use bill of materials. So bill of materials is like to list out all the materials that were used, that exist in this our drawing, in this our 3D drawing. So just click on that bill materials, then you select the drawing. So I want to select this to get the list of materials that exist on this drawing. So I've selected it. Then I'll then click on this green check mark. Then now it has given us a table. So right now there's nothing really special about it. We didn't really create a material stuff on it. But that is all for this video. So thank you for watching. One more thing before I close the video. Assuming you maybe created, I think if you use like a silver sheet or plastic, I think it's going to show in this table. But we didn't do that before we created this drawing file. So you can try that out and see what's going to show you in the table. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching.